Hello. Can you all hear me?
Hola chicos, ¿nos pueden escuchar?
Oh, Lina. Hello, Lina. How are you?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, so I'm preparing the same information as I had before. So do we have other people who signed up, or are you going to wait a little bit more?
I think we can wait a little bit, like
Yeah.
1 or 2 minutes.
Crystal Mexican. That's an interesting surname. Crystal, are you Mexican or are you Colombian?
Mixcan.
Mixca.
Mixcan. Sounds like
I am from Peru, no Colombia.
Oh, Peru. Not a country. Peru. And then we have Alina Kustyokova. That sounds East European. Whereabouts are you, Alina, from? Which country? I cannot hear that. Alina, your microphone is off, just in case. And Hernani, whereabouts are you from?
Brazil.
Brazil. Hola, Brazil. I don't speak any Portuguese. None. None. I only like to go to Brazil, which is the Brazilian restaurant here in Sydney. All right, so we'll give people a few more minutes if that's okay with you guys. And maybe Alina will be back by then. And we can ask where she comes from. I'm always interested where people come from. So we have Peru, Brazil. How is Peru, Crystal? All good in Peru at the moment?
All good in what is the
Economics,
question about
politics.
this? Politics, no, all time is complicated, but economics that's okay, because it's different system with
Okay.
economic in Latin America.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, Latin America is always very challenging continent for economic stability. So maybe Alina can hear us now. Alina, can you hear us?
Yeah, I hear you.
Fantastic. Whereabouts you from? Which country?
Czech Republic.
You from Czech Republic. Ahoj, já jsem Michal z Prahy.
Já jsem z Prahy taky.
All right, Alina. So we'll be conducting this in English and Spanish. We don't have, Hernani, we don't have a Portuguese interpreter. We get Spanish. But I'll try to speak slowly and in a way that people can understand. All right. So let's start very slowly. So first of all, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Michal Sestak. I'm Principal Migration Agent at Australia Online. I've been part of the industry for 30 years, studied migration law in the year 2000, and I've been practicing ever since. I went through multiple schools closures. The recent one was mid-2023 PTG. So we are very familiar with the procedures and what needs to be done, what rights and obligations students have. And I'm about to tell you what you can do and how you can benefit in a way from this current situation. And we have another person, Oscar Valenzuela. Oscar, whereabouts are you from? Which country? He can't hear us. That's okay. I'm sure he will record it. All right. So obviously, you know, you all students of international house situation is what it is. And what students need to know that there are two pieces of legislation that governs circumstances like this. Number one is the ESOS Act, and number two is the Migration Act. And Crystal, do you need translation into Spanish, or do you understand me sufficiently?
I understand, but maybe when I have to, I question.
Beautiful. I will speak as slowly as I can, and I'll be using simple words. All right, Oscar, are you Maria Fernanda? Split raised open? Yes.
Michael, I can stay here just in case if somebody needs help with the Spanish, but I'll just let you know. Just keep you going.
Yeah, just keep listening. And we haven't heard back from Oscar. Oscar, how is your English? We have a interpreter into Spanish on standby. Just need your response whether you need interpreting or not.
It's okay. It's okay. Hey, hello.
So, hey, where about you from, Oscar? Okay. Which country you come from, Oscar?
I'm from Chile.
Chile. All right. So we got Chile, Brazil, Peru, and Czech Republic. No, Colombia. Okay, interesting. All right. So, as I mentioned, there are two pieces of legislation. One is called ESOS Act, and the second is the Migration Act. Why do we have two? ESOS Act is specifically for the education providers, for the schools, and they have to comply with the ESOS Act to maintain their license to teach international students. Under the ESOS Act is a section called TPS, Tuition Protection System. That is to ensure students paid tuition fee with the government agency. So if a school goes broke, students have the right to receive refund from the school or from the TPS. There is a procedure which needs to be followed, and you might have noticed 2 weeks period, some kind of a deadline, websites, emails, etc., and 3 months. Let me explain the difference. The 2 weeks, which you might have heard that you have to enroll and all that, is not entirely for the students. That's for the school to try to find an alternative solution and offer it to students. Offer doesn't mean that you have to accept it. So if a school A closed down and offer students to transfer to school B, students are under no obligation to go to school B for whatever reason. That's their decision ultimately. They can go to school C, D, E, F, G, whatever the student prefers. So the 2 weeks is really just a period during which the school which goes bankrupt or closing down can try somehow to solve the situation. In 99% of cases, when the school goes bankrupt, there's no refund. So nothing's going to happen in the 2 weeks. And in 2 weeks' time, the TPS, the Tuition Protection System, is activated, right? So the TPS, before it's activated and the refunds start flowing to the students, the TPS given the school 2 weeks to see if there is a solution. So that's the TPS, that's the 2 weeks. So the 2 weeks does not really apply to you guys, nothing to do with students. What governs you as students is the Migration Act and the regulations and the visa conditions. So in here, I would actually gonna share this screen. I hope it's coming up. Yes, it's coming up. So this is under the Department of Home Affairs, Immigration, simplified version. And there is a specific provision for education provider default, which simply means school closed down. So when you scroll down, this is publicly available immigration website. When you scroll down, right, you have this important sentence which says that you have 3 months to enroll into a new school. 3 months, not 2 weeks. That's, again, just for the school. Students have 3 months. What does it mean? That you have the time to think about what do you wish to do next? Do you wish to go to college A, B, C, D? Do you wish to move the city? Do you wish to change the course? It's entirely up to you. And the department is giving you, immigration, 3 months to decide. Because you have to remember, you are the victim of Australian schools bankruptcy. So trust me, there's no push, no pressure. Nobody should be pressuring you to do anything what you don't want to do, right? So the next 3 months, or from the date the school went bankrupt, which was December 9, you have to enroll yourself into a new school of your choice, right? The freedom is at your hand. Make sense? Everybody understand so far? Yes, no?
Yeah, that's good.
Good, thank you, Hernani, Brazil, right. So, what are the restrictions on finding an alternative course and a school? There's practically just one restriction. You have to maintain the same qualification level at which you were enrolled at International House. What does it mean? That means this little thing. If you were enrolled at a diploma of business management or diploma of leadership and management, sorry, and you wish to change the school and the course into certificate 3 in economics, you can't. In order to maintain your existing student visa, you have to enroll at least a diploma level or higher. So for example, a student has completed 6 months of advanced diploma of leadership and management and says, look, I don't want to take another 6 months at the college. I want to go straight to MBA. No problem at all. You can enroll yourself into MBA, Master of Business Administration at the university. Your visa remains valid and you have met the AQF requirements. But if you were enrolled in an advanced diploma level and now you wish to enroll into certificate 3 in carpentry, for that, you have to lodge a new student visa application right now or within the next 3 months. Does it make sense? Do we understand the qualification level? Studying diploma level, you can find an equivalent somewhere else, but it has to be diploma level again or higher. And in that circumstances, your visa remains valid beyond the 3 months. Understand? Somebody else other than Hernani, do we understand?
Yeah, guys.
Yes, I understand.
Fantastic, Oscar. Thank you. Beautiful.
Michael,
Alright.
Go, Lina.
I have a client. She's not here because she's at work, but probably this question helps other. For example, if someone has a like 8 weeks of ELICOS, like English, and then she was enrolled also in a diploma or something. Does she have to finish the 8 weeks in English?
No, she does not. She does not. She does not. She can change the school and go straight into a diploma, advanced diploma, bachelor, master, whatever she wishes to do.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah? Understand?
Yep.
Beautiful. So these qualification levels are important because the Department of Immigration or Home Affairs is looking at the qualification level in context of your visa application. So if you were granted a visa for advanced diploma level, you would most perhaps not be granted a visa for certificates in carpentry. Therefore, they want to make sure that you're maintaining the level you were granted visa for, right? So that is important. Often I get a question, Michael, I have been enrolled at a diploma of project management and advanced of program management. Can I change now to advanced diploma of civil engineering, civil construction design? The answer is yes, you can change your study major, but you have to bear in mind that there's a new student visa application coming to finish this new course, and you would have to be able to argue, why did you change? I mean, 6 months ago, you told me that you want to study project management. Now you're telling me you want to study this program. So what has changed? Why this? So, and that's where that is the most critical part in your next student visa application if you change the major, right? But from my perspective, if your application is handled by experienced migration lawyer or an agent, specifically in a student visa sections, then it can be done, and it's usually done properly, right? Who is lacking a bit is friends and all those education salesmen. They may not necessarily understand how to properly argue a change of study major at the same qualification level. Does it make sense? Yeah, I hope so.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
so beautiful. Thank you. So practically, number one, your visa remains valid for minimum 3 months, and my bet the next 6 months, no questions asked. If you have a visa that long, of course, right? Nobody's going to cancel your visa in 2 weeks. That's not going to happen. Number two, you have time now to think about what you wish to do. We're coming up to Christmas. Take your time. Enjoy your holidays. During these 3 months, you have unlimited work rights. Well, how is that, Michael? Because all students have a, well, majority of students, far majority, primary visa applicants, have a visa condition 8105, which is the work limitation, right? You're only allowed to work 24 hours per week, but it's only if your school is in session, which means if you actually are if you're studying a term or semester. International House closed down December 9, which means you have no more classes after that, which means your school, no school is in session for you guys. So you have no work limitations at all, no full time. You can do whatever you want until you start the new school, which can be in 3 months' time or earlier, subject to whatever you prefer. Understood?
Yes,
So
yes, all clear.
no work restrictions, visa remains valid. You got 3 months to think about what and where you wish to study, what program, what city, what location, etc., etc. All right? So that's your right, and to some degree, so the right is 3 months, that's the obligation, and so on and so forth. So you have won 3 months of unlimited work rights, and then you start again your new program. Whether it's the same or different, it's up to you. If it's different, make sure that it's handled by experienced migration agents or lawyers, because it's not easy to argue change of school, or sorry, change of study major at the same qualification level, from diploma of project management to diploma of design. That could be a bit of a challenge, especially nowadays, so pay attention, okay? The next thing is your visa. If you change the school and the program, your current visa may be short, isn't it? You may need an extra year. In case of a school's closure, you can apply for new student visa application completely free of charge, as long as you do it within the next 12 months. So 9 of December 24, 9 of December 25 is your last day. I wouldn't keep it 9, I would keep it 8. 8 December 2025 is your last day, if your visa is valid to that day, of course, to launch a new student visa application to finish off the program you will select in the next 3 months. Did you understand this? This is critical, because that's your visa. Alina, did you understand that? Sorry to ask.
I didn't catch this last part.
Okay, thank you, because this is absolutely critical. If someone has a visa for the next, I'm just making this up, 18 months, 1.5 years, and the student from International House has re-enrolled with a new school, new program, and that new program is ending beyond the 18 months, which means that your current visa is shorter than your new program, you can apply for a new student visa at no cost, free of charge. Understand?
Perfect. Yes.
But you can only do that within the next 12 months if, in fact, your visa is valid for the next 12 months. If your visa expires in 6 months, of course, you have to apply within the next 6 months. And again, it's still free of charge, right? But the free of charge visa lodgement expires December 8, 2025 for those who do, in fact, have a visa valid beyond December 2025. I had a lot of questions in relation to this. For example, Michael, I was enrolled into a diploma level. I'm halfway through. International House went bankrupt. I don't want to study college anymore. I want to go to study bachelor. Would I still get my free visa application charge? The answer is yes. Right? 2023, PTG, big school, closed down. We have lodged many student visa applications. We help with TPS and new visa lodgements. All of them got it free of charge, regardless whether they study the same program, different program, or university. All of them were granted a student visa for free. All right? What we need to understand is that the fact that the visa is free, it doesn't mean it's automatically granted. You still need to meet all the new, well, whatever valid it's going to be at the time, visa requirements, which means probably financials, statement, GS, why you want to study X, Y, Z, medical examination if required, AFP, and so on and so forth. So please do not mistake a free visa application charge with if visas automatically granted. It's not. You still have to go through the same process as if it was a normal student visa application and meet all the eligibility criteria, except you don't have to pay. Make sense?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. So in a simple scenario, you come back from holidays in January, say, look, okay, I'm back. I'm going to start looking for a new school, right? You can talk to your own agent. You can find another agent if you want to. You can do it yourself. There's absolutely no restrictions on what you can or cannot do, right? In the meantime, whoever has money prepaid and hasn't been actually studying or has some still money left would have to, if he or she wants their money back, apply to TPS. It's simple if you know what you're doing. It's a bit methodical, a lot of admin involved if you do it the first time, right? But we help with that all the time to all of our clients. We got dozens and dozens of students in International House. We have dedicated one staff to deal with TPS only, and we will be dealing with TPS on behalf of clients. You don't get your money back. It's fairly quick, 2 to 4 weeks, as long as all the documentation is available. And then you can start your new school, right? Not a problem. If, and I would say majority of students who are studying vocational program at the moment have not prepaid 2025 tuition fee. So their tuition fee expired literally now, December, and they have nothing outstanding, which is the ideal situation. So you can find your new school next year, enroll, talk to agents, talk to yourself, friends, whatever, right? Prepare yourself for new visa application, right? And go to the new school, right? Those students who are intending to change a study major, I advise to talk to experienced migration agents, because we understand the methodology of the department, how they see certain changes. And we advise clients, it's not a good idea because X, Y, Z. I'll give you an example. Imagine you studying Diploma of Leadership and Management, and now, and you have degree of economics from home, and now you wish to change to childcare, right? Or community services. You have to be careful about these things, because there is nothing in your file indicating that you ever work with children or that you've ever wanted to be a social worker or community worker. So it'd be quite hard to argue that all of a sudden, with a degree in economics, Diploma of Leadership and Management, now all of a sudden you wish to study childcare. Because obviously childcare is on the new migration list, isn't it? So the department would feel that your change of study major is driven by migration outcome rather than genuine course for your career. So you have to be a little bit careful about changes. You can change it, but talk to someone. Don't just change it. Oh yeah, look, my agent told me I can do it, so I'm doing it. Talk to someone who actually can lodge your visa application on your behalf, which are migration agents or lawyers, not education agents, right? Because they just gonna type anything they want and visa refuse, they don't care, right? Generally speaking, right? So that's the moment where you have to pay attention to what you're gonna do and how you're gonna do it, right? But then if your visa expires in the next August, of course we have to apply, or you have to apply for new student visa application and lodge it before your visa expires in August. And that's free, right? There's a specific section of the immigration online system where you have to indicate that it's a part of a special circumstance, the protocol for defaults. You click and you proceed, right? So it's not that straightforward, but it's there for someone who does it every day. It's just a daily routine. But what you guys need to know is one thing. You have rights and freedom to choose what and where you wish to study. That's your right, and no one can take it away from you, right? You also have the right to apply to TPS for any refund of tuition fee you paid and you didn't use. For example, if somebody enrolled himself for 20 weeks of English, completed 10, still has 10 to go, that's a lot of money. TPS will pay out refunds to students regardless whether they go to school A, B, C, or D. They can choose any school because TPS is independent of your choices. They will pay you back what you pay to International House, as long as certain documentation is provided, of course. But whether you choose to go to College A in Sydney or College B in Melbourne, it doesn't matter. TPS doesn't care because there's nothing to do with them. Make sense?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes. Yes. So this is your right. Guys, I need some questions from you. Do you have any questions you wish to ask? Oscar, go.
Yes, I have a question about, for example, my visa expired in July 2025.
Yes.
So, can I apply for a new visa close to that date?
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, Oscar. You can apply for your student visa as long as your visa is still valid the day when you're applying. So you can apply today, but you can also apply in May next year, as well as June, as well as the day before your visa expires, which I would not.
Perfect.
I would not advise to do that. The 24, because if immigration system is down, you miss out. You have one lifeline. There's a provision, but don't even go there at the moment. It's too it's legally complicated.
Okay, and just the request is, if I apply, just I have to enroll in another course in 3 months.
Within the next 3 months, yes. You can start tomorrow, or you can start mid-March. Sorry, mid-April. No, sorry, mid-February.
Okay, and what's happened if my new course is for 2 years more?
Yes.
The new
your application, you will be given a new COE from the new school, or maybe 2 COEs, diploma, advanced diploma. For example, when you apply for a new student visa application, let's say next April or May or June, you will use those 2 COEs, and your visa will be granted until based on the end date of your second COE, the final course, plus 2 months or 3, depending on when the course is going to finish.
Okay. Okay, perfect. Yeah.
So,
clear.
guys, you have to understand, ESOS Act is to protect international students, not to penalize them in case of bankruptcy. Immigration is helping out as well. So you are being protected by the law from all directions, right? And the law is giving you the freedom, the choice, the decision time. Because for students of a bankrupt school, it's often very stressful. For example, in our agency, we are talking to all of our clients and we doing all the administration, but they choosing the schools and the courses, not us. We give them a few options, say, okay, I'd like to study this, do you have any other schools? And we give them 2 or 3 options ultimately, but what you need to understand is the freedom of choice, and that's yours. So once our client, choose College A, and let's assume they have some money left at the International House, we then lodge TPS on their behalf. We do this for anybody who is becoming our client. Do it. That's standard procedure. But again, it's your choice. Do school, agency, do it yourself with friends. This country is all about freedom. Yeah. Any more questions about anything? I've summarized this because schools have asked me. I'm a consultant to schools, and I teach migration law at the Institute. So I've summarized in 5 very basic points how the system works. First of all, student visa remain in place and no cancellation will occur anytime soon, at least 3 months. That's guaranteed. Unless, of course, your visa expires in the next 4 weeks, then obviously that's a different scenario. But if your visa is valid beyond 3 months, nobody's going to touch your visa. Yeah? Number 2, students have 3 months to find and enroll in the alternative school or program. No need to do it immediately. You don't have to enroll tomorrow. You can enroll if you want to, but you can say, okay, I'm happy to go to this school, but I want to start in 6th of February. And the school cannot say no, because this is your right. You don't have to go to school, I don't know, tomorrow before Christmas. That's ridiculous. You don't. It's, again, you got 3 months. Okay. TPS will pay refund to all students who are entitled to a refund, regardless of school they transfer to. That means it doesn't matter where you go, TPS will give you money back if you have some money left at the international house, right? Hence, you get 3 months to process, and the TPS is fairly quick. My last experience, 2 to 3 weeks, process done, right? Number 4, during these 3 months, students have unlimited work rights. I already mentioned that. School is not in session, visa condition 8105, self-explanatory. You are practically in between schools, so no work limitation. Work full-time, enjoy it now, Christmas, whatever. You can fly home to Colombia, Brazil, Peru, Czech Republic, Prague. It's nice and warm up there. Oh, what should I say, cold up there? You can do whatever you want. Your visa will not be touched, right? And number 5, as I already mentioned, if a student has a shorter visa, student visa now, as a result of the transfer, you can apply within the next 12 months at no charge. This summary is important for you guys to understand. Make sense?
Yes.
Yes, Marco.
Fantastic. Fantastic. All right. I'm going to ask Crystal, do you have any questions? Did you understand everything?
Yeah, because in my case, I stay in bridging visa.
Oh, hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Thank you for letting me know. You're falling under this one. That's what you're falling under. Thank you for letting me know. So,
okay, yes.
Crystal, specifically for you, is there anybody else on a bridging visa at the moment? No. All right, Crystal, you're the only one. So you have been enrolled into International House. You lodge an application for student visa. You're waiting for visa grant. You are holder of a bridging visa A at the moment, and International House and bankrupt. Done. Correct?
Yes.
Beautiful. The same thing applies to you. Immigration will put a stop on your visa processing. Your COE will be cancelled, and immigration is going to give you 3 months to provide a new COE. With that, however, you have to update the GS second question, which is the submission as part of the online visa application or a separate submission, depending on how your application was structured, right? That's critical, right? TPS will also apply, of course, no question about it. Bear in mind, you would have to update your medical insurance if the new course and the new COEs would be longer than your current or the application you lodged. Do you understand?
Yes.
Yes. And of course, once you provide a new medical insurance, new COE, you update the whole immigration, the online immigration application, your visa will continue to be processed. Again, that doesn't guarantee that it will be granted, because again, that's based on meeting eligibility requirements. But in your case, BVA, the same process, except you're not holding any visas, but you will get you will complete this visa application with a new school and new COEs and medical insurance and update.
In case the IELTS exam or English exam is necessary, because
no,
no,
it's not.
Okay.
Your para number 3, risk level 3, understood. No, it's not, because remember, your application has been lodged. If your application has been lodged prior to those changes, you do not need to provide English test.
Okay. I have one question more.
Go.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Because I speak with Lina, and maybe I choose a new course, but it's longer than my
previous
Not a
school,
problem.
for example.
Not a problem. As I mentioned, we're going to get new COEs. We have to update medical insurance, and we have to update the GS questions, and the application will continue. And the visa application will be, if granted, if successful, will be granted for the length of the new program plus 2 months.
Sorry, Michael, I'm just
Go.
going to make sure.
Go.
Crystal, lo que tenemos que hacer es poder comprar lo que haga falta de seguro médico para que te cubra lo que, digamos, que se extiende el nuevo curso, y ya la aplicación como tal a la nueva visa para que puedas finalizar esos meses de estudio adicionales. Como Michael lo dijo anteriormente, esa aplicación se puede subir hasta en 12 meses, ¿sí? O sea, no tiene, y aparte pues no te van a cobrar por subir esa nueva visa, ¿sí me explico?
Sí,
Lo
sí,
único
lo
como
entiendo.
que tendrías que pagar en este momento es los meses adicionales de seguro médico para cubrir esa parte del curso, porque eso sí se tiene que subir ahorita con la nueva GS que estaba explicando Michael, y el nuevo COE. Entonces, como tal, en temas de presupuesto, de dinero, lo único que tendrías que pagar como extra, entre comillas, sería los meses o las semanas adicionales de seguro médico.
Okay.
Yeah?
Sí, lo entiendo. Gracias.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Crystal, are you based in Brisbane or where are you based?
Darwin, Michael.
In Darwin.
Oh, beautiful. Darwin. Lovely. Lovely.
Yeah, I
Must be
have
nice
sent
and
you.
cold up there, isn't it? It's north. Sorry, I'm just joking.
Michael, I have sent you 2 options of a school for Crystal.
Yes, you have. Again,
Okay.
as I mentioned, Crystal, I am big believer in freedom. It's your decision. I respect whatever school you choose to go to, regardless anything else. Because what we need to understand, and that's how the philosophy of Australia Online is, we respect our clients because you pay the money for it. You're going to spend time at school. So I'd like you to get as much as you can based on whatever you want. It's not my decision. Yeah?
Okay, I understand. Yes,
Yeah.
I understand. Thank you.
Beautiful. 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 So that's Crystal. Fantastic. Anybody else, guys? Alina. Alina or Alena? Alina Koshtukova. Sorry, I'm just going to pronounce it. What's your situation? And you can speak Czech if you want, or English, whatever you prefer.
Já asi teďko nemám žádnou otázku,
Super.
ale mě spíš jenom mrzí, protože já jsem měla mít další 3 týdny angličtiny, jako General English,
Ano.
ale mě vlastně šlo o ten certifikát, že já jsem to ukončila a bude tam napsána moje úroveň angličtiny. Takže já jsem právě psala na školu, co mi posílala Jessica, jenže nikdo mi na to nereagoval, tak jenom jestli jsou nějaké možnosti.
No, International House nemá žádný zaměstnance, ta škola v podstatě zbankrotovala overnight, right? Ty mají několika milionový dluhy. A co jsi měla potom, Alinko, po těch 3 týdnech angličtiny?
Pak jsem měla studovat digital information právě na International House.
OK, rozumím. Takže v podstatě najdeme novou školu a nová škola ti dá placement test a pokud to pásneš, you're done. You don't have to have that certificate. My ho můžeme nějak se pokusit časem získat přes TPS, ale upřímně to není nejjednodušší v tomto případě. Nebudu ti lhát. Sorry, I'm just talking just for the team. Alina has 2 weeks, 3 weeks left to finish her English program, and she really wanted to have the certificate from International House about her English level. Unfortunately, it's not going to be easy to get it, but we'll talk to TPS. We'll see what we can do. The owner of International House is my friend. We know each other for 25 years. I can ask him directly what is the situation, what can be done, but I do know that the answer is going to be, as always, Michael, I have no employees anymore, everything's gone. That has been 99% cases when school went bankrupt.
Yes.
Yeah. But the new school, for example, if you are about to finish if you were about to finish your English school and about to go to study vocational, and you haven't got that certificate, that's fine. The new school will provide you placement test, which means you will be able to get into the new school, right? And we have Andrea. Hello, Andrea. Andrea doesn't hear. Anyway, so any more questions, guys, from the existing team?
Yes, I have a couple of questions.
Go.
One is I already did 6 months of diploma of leadership, and what will happen if I didn't find a school with match with the same grades?
So, what do you mean by grade? You mean the qualification level?
No, grade. I mean because I did some terms. So maybe the last one is BSB Tech 404.
Understood. So you're looking for, if you're not going to find a school which had the same subjects, so you can continue where you left off, correct?
Yeah. I mean, also this, but if I have to do again this term, this is my one of my questions.
Okay.
If I had to do again
Understood.
the same level, the same term, the same mod, same class.
Understand. So the question is, look, I finished 2 terms at International House, school went bankrupt, and I want to continue, but do I have to repeat that? Well, the question comes down to whether International House has updated USI, which is a student identifier, in the Department of Education website. If they did update that, which they should, with all your results, you pull it out of the Department of Education, and that's there. If they did not update it, then there's not much you can do. The results are literally lost, and you may need to start again. Make sense?
Okay. Yes.
So unfortunately, no school will believe that you finished those subjects. You have to prove it somehow.
Okay. There are some way to force they.
Have you got access to your USI? Have you got access to your USI, your student identifier, which the school set it up for you?
Yes, I did, but I need to confirm if they did the update there, because I'm not sure.
You have to check it out. Log in yourself, check it out, and all schools are required to update the students' results and progress.
Okay.
If International House did, for example, 1 term, yes, check it out, because that's what the information is.
Okay. This is one question. The other question is, when they sold for me the course, it was IT, but when I got here in Darwin, they didn't have IT, and they proposed to me do other course, which was leadership or project manager, because here in Darwin they had just these two courses, which I chose leadership, but yeah, now I'm still I don't know.
You are in, are you in Darwin? Are you in Darwin?
Yes.
Are you in Darwin? Yes. So Lina Hernandez, one of our team member who is part of this, is familiar with schools up in Darwin, because Crystal is in Darwin. So she can help you with finding an alternative solution to your studies based on what you want, what course you wish to study. And if there is a program, we'll find it, because all the programs are registered on the government website. So if there is something, we'll find it. Lina Hernandez will share it with you, and you make it. You can ultimately make a decision what you wish to do. Like Crystal, we gave her 2 options. She prefers one. Absolutely fine. Respect her decision. That's always what we do.
I will
Okay.
contact you, Hernani.
Yeah, he speaks Portuguese, so we may yeah. Let's hope we can use English.
No,
And
don't
Nani, do you speak
worry.
Spanish? Do you speak Spanish?
Yes, I can speak Spanish.
Perfecto. That's good. So Lina is Colombian. My team is Colombian, Argentinian. What else? Yeah, that's it. We used to have Chile, Mexico. We have Mexico. We have Argentina. We got Colombia. So we got people from all over Latin, Southern, and Central America, except Brazil for now.
Yeah, except
Working on it.
no,
Working on it.
Guyana speaking English.
Diana, yes. Diana was here. She's on holidays, of course. She flew back home to visit her family. As half of my team is already in Latin America, enjoying whatever they're enjoying, right? While we're working here, sweating and working with international house students. All right. Any more questions, guys?
No, for now.
Yeah.
Go.
I got one question. If I apply a new visa, in my case, I'm married, and my current visa, I have the insurance, single insurance for me and my wife.
Yes.
So now I recently got a father. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
you
I have
became father, so you have a child now, correct?
Yeah, I have a child.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you very much. So now the new visa, when I apply, what is gonna happen? Can be the same insurance, single insurance for her and single for me?
No. So first of all, Oscar, take this as a migration advice because I deal with this all the time. Number 1, immediately obtain and apply for passport for your child. Right?
Okay.
As quickly as you can. Why? Because we cannot launch a visa application if you don't have a passport.
Yeah,
right?
I know.
When is your visa going to expire? Was it July?
In July, yeah.
Fantastic. So what is going to happen? We'll find, or whatever, find a new school, new COE, etc., right? And when we launch the new visa application, it's going to be for you, your wife, and your child, as long as we have the child's passport. No problem there at all. Obviously, you meet the requirements, etc. In relation to an insurance, who are you with at the moment as a single? Are you with AHM?
Bupa.
Bupa single.
Bupa single, yeah.
That's expensive. That is expensive. Bupa single is expensive.
Yeah,
so
but
there are other insurance companies which are way cheaper for families, or what we sometimes did, we put the primary visa applicant as a single parent, which is way cheaper than a family, and the wife or the dependent as a single. So single parent and single, it's way cheaper than family.
Yeah.
So they are ways, but again, we have access to very cheap family covers.
Okay.
So there is a lot of different options, and what we do for our clients, we always find the cheapest option, because all these insurance companies must cover the same thing, because it's mandatory. The government legislation which states what must be covered and cannot be changed. They can add extra things, but they cannot remove. So you pay. Why would you pay significantly more for the same product? Would it make sense? Would it? Just because somebody's making more money? I don't like that.
Yeah.
So again, my team can help you with that. We can look at what you wish to do. Were you the student or was your wife? Your wife was a dependent on you, correct?
No, it's my dependent.
Yes. Okay. So we'll definitely maintain that. Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Okay.
We can look into that. Yes. This is, and again, in your case, because there's a child, there's a whole family. So the new visa application has to have 0 risk.
Yeah,
You don't
alright.
want to be having refusals, especially when you have a child. It's just so wrong. I can
because
tell you.
I
Yeah,
was
go.
I was looking something and in Bupa insurance for family is so expensive.
It's
So
expensive everywhere. But there are certain ways and combinations we can look at.
Okay, beautiful.
Okay.
All right.
All
So
right. Beautiful.
we have a look. All right.
Yeah, talk to Lena talk to Lena probably. Yeah. Because
All
Monica
right,
in
thank you.
Melbourne, she's got a lot of our clients to look after. Sydney, a lot of clients. So Lena in Brisbane can definitely help you out. And again, Oscar, we have time. So we can start communicating now. And then it's Christmas, everything's close, and we can execute the decision in January, early January, no problem. Unless you already know where you wish to go, of course. In that case, we proceed.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you very much.
You're welcome, Oscar. Anytime, anything. All right, guys. Any other questions? Oscar, go. Maria Fernanda Vargas have raised hands. Yes,
It is me, Michael.
Sorry.
Just to let you know, guys, this meeting is recording because we are going to put it on our social media. So I would like to know if everybody's agreed with that. Just that. Todo el mundo está de acuerdo con que publiquemos este video. Estaremos en nuestras redes sociales, lo vamos a subir para que la otra gente lo pueda ver. Entonces, me gustaría saber si están de acuerdo.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank
no
you.
problem.
Yeah,
thank you
very much.
Thank you, everyone. It's also the reason why we're going to go public is because it's also reassurance that this information is accurate, that this is not made up, because other people will say it, other people will hear it, because I just want to make sure that the correct information gets to as many people as possible, so students know what they can do.
Yeah, all right, no problem.
All right. All right, guys, if you don't have any more questions, I will thank you for your attendance. You can send questions to us at any time. Maria Fernanda will be in contact with you. Lena will help you out, whatever you guys need, okay?
Okay, thank you, Michael.
You're welcome, guys. And if I don't talk to you, see you. Merry Christmas. Enjoy your New Year's Eve. And I'll hopefully see you guys in next year, working on your visa again.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Michael.
Thank you, guys. Thanks. Cheers.
Thanks.
Bye. Thanks. Bye.